Welcome all you outdoorsmen
and women
to the Sticks Outfitter. My name's Craig, this is Shad, and today we're gonna be going over how to determine your draw length.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but some are gonna be a longer draw length than others.
What are you trying to say?
Not much.
What do you mean not much?
Let's just get into it.
Okay.
So first of all, there's a background information on this.
Background information.
When you draw the bow, it mechanically locks up when you're using a compound bow. So what we're doing is measuring that length from the grip to the nock.
Knock, knock. Got it.
Knock, knock.
Well, I got a knock, knock joke for you.
This is not a knock, knock joke, Shad.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you gonna let me in? Isn't that how it goes?
If we have too long of a draw, it can create some inconsistencies. Your front arm can get in the way, and you'll have a difficult time just being accurate. If it's too short, you'll have a difficult time finding the sights, lining up with the peep. So it's very important to have this measured out properly. All right, and there's one more thing. There's a lot of charts out there that say if you're this tall, then you want to draw this length or whatnot. That is completely false. I mean, it can be a little bit of a gap or range or something, but you want to get it actually measured out precisely.
How do you know it's false?
Because some people have longer wingspans than others. You know, like I might have a 9-foot wingspan, but I'm 6 foot tall or something. Or I might be 6'6" and have a...
You'd look like an idiot if you had a 9-foot wingspan.
There are some people with really long wings. They're like eagles. Eagle humans. So we've got two different ways to measure it out. First way is just by measuring in division. So you're gonna wanna go up against a wall, get your wingspan out there. Don't stretch it out too much. We wanna be natural. Natural wingspan. We don't wanna measure it out like crazy and try and see how, you know, some of us wanna compete with others, but that's not what it's about. So I went up there, got it measured. No, not me, you. I went up there, got it measured, and we found it was 73 inches, right?
Yeah, about 6'1".
Somewhere around there. Yeah. And then Shad measured his, and it was 66 inches.
And a half.
66 and a half inches.
You better say a half.
We're counting everything.
Actually, it was 9/16. I'm naturally shorter. So what?
So what we're gonna do now that we have our numbers, I'm gonna divide 73 inches by 2.5, and that comes out to be 29 inches.
Dude, you didn't do that in your head.
I did that in my head just now.
No, you didn't. You had a calculator.
No, I just did it now. And so Shad's at 66 inches divided by 2.5 is gonna be less.
What's it gonna be? Head
I don't know.
scratcher?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out and post it.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
But anyways, it seems like it's not very official, but it actually is. It's very accurate measurement on how to find your draw length. So measure your wingspan, divide by 2.5.
2.5.
So that's measurement process number 1. But if you don't believe us and you want to confirm with a different kind of measurement, we can do the official one by the ATA. What does that stand for?
All the air.
No, it's actually Archery Trade Association.
Ooh, okay. Archery Trade Association.
So this is the official way to do it, supposedly. And what you're gonna do is draw your bow. Make sure you got an arrow in there, because if you accidentally dry fire, that could be just awful for your bow. And you. Because you'll be down a few $100 to get it repaired. Anyways.
So you call the A-team.
You call the A-team.
We're the A-team.
With the ATA.
Who are you guys? Get off my lawn!
We're the A-team. You'll thank us later. So anyways, we're gonna find the nock grove, which is not the back of the nock, but the very front of the nock where the nock of the arrow attaches to the nock of the string.
Okay.
And we're gonna measure from there to the back of the grip. All right?
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do is add from there to the end of the grip, that measurement.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Pretty easy. And typically it's gonna be 1 3/4 inches is that measurement.
The thickness of your grip?
Yep. And that's about 1 1/4 inches is my bow. And we found that my bow is 28.5 inches when you measure it up, plus the 1 1/4 inches, which makes it to be 29 3/4 inches.
You got it!
Right?
Yeah!
Yeah. So my bow right now, I'm drawing a little bit too far. I want to narrow that down about 3/4 inches.
Why?
Because that's my draw. We just found that's my real draw.
Oh, okay.
So I found that my bow isn't tuned to me, and that's the most important part. Is we want to adjust our bow to our draw instead of adjusting our draw to our bow.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, you don't have to grow anymore.
Yeah.
Or shrink.
Yeah. I mean, that'll happen, I guess. I don't know. The arms don't shrink though, just the torso. Walking around like this.
Well, gravity pushes you down.
Yeah, but not your arms.
Oh.
Is there anything else there we need to talk about? Slipping here on the ice.
I don't know. You're the draw guy.
I am the draw guy. That's what they call me.
Oh my gosh! Don't put that on.
You want me to put them away?
Just put that away.
All right.
Sorry. Bleep.
Anyways, if you have any questions or comments, put in the description below. We'll answer them, and we'll go over what size bow you need for a certain draw length, because depending on the draw length, we're gonna need a specific size bow.
What if you buy one that's the wrong size?
Well, that's why we're trying to help prevent them from buying the wrong size bow if they have a...
Well, keep your receipt just in case.
Anyways, that's all we got for you today. Other than all that, keep hunting, fishing,
And living in the sticks.
That was quick, that was easy.
Yeah.
That's what we want, right?